There's that at the Moda East Gold Mine in Springs. We've learned this morning that security has been called to diffuse the situation. Just over 500 mine workers are allegedly refusing to return to the surface following the labor dispute. Newzroom Afrika's Zola Sholwana is on this story for us, and she joins us now. Zola, good morning to you. I think it's important to clarify this for viewers. You were there since early morning. What exactly do we know this hour? Is that a voluntary sit-in by workers who are demanding that their union be recognized, or are these workers who are seated underground being held there against their will?
Well, Polly, there are different sides to the story. You'd understand that earlier on we spoke to a representative from AMCU claiming that the 543 mine workers that are still underground as we speak have not been held hostage. That was the sit-in, rather, was voluntarily. And we also managed to speak to a few of the workers who are on the other entrance of the mine who said that this was planned. But now NUM is coming in to say the 543 mine workers that are underground are being held hostage. And there were also reports that there were 7 injuries that were reported. A paramedic and a security personnel had to be sent inside, and they never came out. But to respond to that or tell us more about that, I've got Stalemate. Sir, thank you very much for your time. I mean, at this point, there's so many stories to the matter. AMCU says these people are not held hostage, and you are saying they are.
Yes, they are held hostage, ma'am, because if it is not a hostage, why would people that are injured choose to stay underground? Why would a paramedic, who's not even a mine employee, stay there? Because she or he doesn't have an interest on the sit-ins.
Now, we were told that there was a meeting that was supposed to take place at 8 o'clock this morning. We saw a few AMCU officials making their way in, but apparently the meeting could not go on. Were you aware of the meeting?
Yes, I'm aware. Management told us that they are sitting with AMCU at 8 in order to come up with amicable solutions. But they promised that they are not going to let AMCU take shortcuts by wanting to have organizational rights with the lives of the people. Yes, ours was to make sure that employees are coming back safe and we cannot gamble with their lives.
Now, a lot of workers that we spoke to on the other side, on the other entrance of the mine, were stretching out their dissatisfaction with how, NUM responds to their grievances when they have issues with their employer, saying that you're not doing enough, hence they want to fall under AMCU. If you could just speak on that.
No, the NUM members actually are being bullied in this shaft. They can't go to work because they are being threatened to join AMCU. It's not for the first time. And management knows those people that are threatening people underground. But they do not take any action against them. I couldn't believe as to why people would say they want AMCU when NUM is there assisting them.
Now, when you have 1,800 mine workers in this shaft in particular, AMCU said most of these workers belong to them. What are you saying as the NUM?
As NUM, we are having 1,925 members in this shaft. Up to so far, there is nothing that says they are not our members.
We are told that at 2 o'clock, the CCMA will also dispatch, officials to come and run ballots so that they can do voting. Were you aware of that?
We are not aware, but it wouldn't be correct for CCMA to do that because there are right channels and processes to can do that through Section 21 of Labour Relations Act. It cannot be correct that the lives of the people are going to be gambled with.
You also mentioned that there's division in terms of the management of the mine. I don't know if you can be able to elaborate on that point.
Yes, the management is divided. There is management, top management. We have seen that they are having a sympathy when it comes to AMCU. And the management that is within the operation, are trying by all means to come with solutions, but they are overpowered by somebody who is in the executive.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Well, Xoli, that is the story. When you speak to AMCU says a different story. When you speak to workers, they've got their own story as well. And the NUM, obviously is against all the claims that were mentioned by AMCU earlier on. We are told by AMCU representatives that the CCMA will be sending officials so that mine workers can cast their ballots. And we will see how that is going to turn out. It's expected to start at 2 o'clock, and we will come back later with more updates. Back to you in studio.
All right, Zola. Sholwana, thank you very much for that update. It is a worrying development taking place at that mine. So clearly those workers are not, they've not been brought to surface yet, and we're not sure what their condition is underground. Remember, reports suggest that since Sunday, they have been seated underground. Now, is it a hostage situation, or are these people doing this voluntarily? In other words, it's a sit-in that they have decided upon themselves. We are not any clear at the moment.